Hi everybody, welcome back. I hope you're all doing well. So before we start today's video, I want to address something. I don't delete comments. Okay, if you post a comment and you don't see your comment, don't assume I deleted it. All right. I think yesterday a lot of people were having issues with their comment not showing in the comment section. Right. I wasn't even in the comment section yesterday. I was very busy. I was already late. I'm sure I'm going to be late today as well because there's been a lot going on in the background that you don't know about. But I don't delete comments. The most I can do in the comment section is hide people from the channel. And I did hide a few people when I posted that DDG Harley video because there were some men in the comment section just being disrespectful, and I just hide them from the channel. And when I do that, what happens is that they can see their comment, right? But I can see it. That's all I can do. So don't assume I'm deleting your comment because if you're still subscribed to the channel and I delete your comment, you're going to come and ask me the questions you're asking now. So it's YouTube that does that. All right. So if you don't see your comment, wait a bit, maybe refresh your is it browser and see if you will see your comment now. If you still don't see it, what I've seen a lot of the ladies do is they copy their comment and then they paste it when they don't see their comment reflecting, because I don't know what's wrong with the systems, but that's what happens. But personally, I don't delete comments. All right. So I'm so sorry about that. But anyway, people are talking about that Baton situation. I don't know if you've already seen it, but take a look.
This is what happened. You see these two girls coming around the track right here, both in the black shirts. One of them absolutely smacks the other one in the head with the fully metal baton right here. And the girl that actually did the hitting with the baton went on the news crying, saying that yes, that girl may be hurt physically, but she is hurt mentally and nobody cares about her. She also went on to say that this was a complete accident, that the baton got stuck on her back, and that she did not mean to hit that girl. Well, the girl that got hit says she only has two questions. One, why did she do it? And two, why hasn't she gotten an apology?
Stuck behind her back like this, and it rolled up her back. I lost my balance, and when I pumped my arms again, she got hit. I never hit somebody on purpose. They're assuming my character, calling me getters, death threats, all of this just because of a 9-second.
A lot of people talking. I wasn't there. I don't know, but I've seen different size. In some of the clips, I don't know, it looks like an accident. In other clips, it looks intentional. People are saying that the way her parents are reacting to this whole situation, like their daughter cannot do any wrong and so on and so forth, it's infuriating. People are saying that they should apologize. She should have stopped to check on her if it was an accident and so on and so forth. Let me know what you think about these clips that you've already seen. Do you think it was intentional? Do you think it wasn't? Let me know in the comment section. Personally, I don't know, but at the end of the day, somebody got hurt, right? And somebody's been called all sort of names. She's been dragged online, let's just say that. And they are both young women and they are both going through it, right? So they should find a way to solve this whole situation amicably. Let me know what you think about this. Let's get into what other people have to say and leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. Thank you.
Y'all, my heart is going out to this young lady. She is a track star and a senior in Portsmouth, Virginia. And she is so distraught because they're saying that she intentionally hit another track runner on the head with a baton during a track meet. And she said this is not the way that it happened. I want you guys to look at the footage, chime in. My heart goes out to her and the other young lady involved.
Feelings. So you're physically hurt, but you're not thinking of my mental, right?
Alayla Everett is a decorated athlete and senior at IC Norcom High School. She would have never thought her trip to the Class 3 track and field state finals last Tuesday would take a drastic turn.
They're going off of one angle.
Alayla visibly emotional because of this video from the meet. This was a 4x200 meter relay race, and she and a Brookville High School athlete were rounding a curve on the track when they nearly collided with each other.
Okay, after a couple times hitting her, my baton got stuck behind her back like this, and it rolled up her back. I lost my balance, and when I pumped my arms again, she got hit.
It appears intentional, but Alayla says it was accidental.
But I know my intentions, and I would never hit somebody on purpose.
Now, these are her parents, and she's been getting death threats. You guys, she has been served with a protective order from the other young lady's parents. Mind you, their school is 3 hours away, but now they have to go back and fight this protective order.
I didn't have to see your first video, second video, 10th video. I know 100% that she won't do that to nobody.
Now, her team was disqualified for that. Now, a USA representative, former citywide athletic director, found it questionable. Let you hear from him.
State track and field official finds questionable. He says a play-by-play look shows that the Brookville athlete was running closely to Alayla.
If a person comes up on the outside, they got to be a full stride ahead of me before they can cut in front of me.
The other family spoke with the news station in Roanoke, asking for an apology from Alayla, something she wants to give.
So she wants to apologize, but the other young lady has blocked her on social media.
They're assuming my character, calling me ghetto, racist slurs, death threats, all of this just because of a 9-second video.
VHS.
Before y'all jump, the other young lady is also African American, okay? So you know sometimes we still call each other racial slurs. The Virginia High School League is reviewing the tape again, and they haven't made a decision. So they may overturn the original decision. But this young lady who hasn't exhibited any behavior at all during her track career, I don't know, you guys. What do you think? I do know. I stand for her, and I'm so sorry for the other young lady. Leave me your comments.
Y'all know the internet's always going to come through with another angle. They're running. Winds her arm back and hits her. An accident would have been her tripping over your foot. An accident would have been, I don't know, knocking the baton out of her hand. Not cracking her upside the head with it. You mean to tell me she's saying that was an accident? There's no way. Like you said, you don't pull your arm back like that while you're running. Why are you running like this? And swinging down? Like, in what world are you that upset that you're losing a race? You hit someone upside the head with a metal stick? Nah, you can cry all the alligator tears you want to cry, baby girl. I'm sorry. All the people defending you over on Facebook, your family and friends defending you over on Facebook need to shut up. Honestly. You shouldn't have even said anything without a lawyer sitting next to you. Let's start there. You hit that girl so hard, her skull is cracked. That's not an accident. You not running. Bam. What?
I don't know. There's something about the parents of this young lady who allowed her to sit down with this news station and have one fake tear come down one eye and continue to gaslight us and play in our face like we did not just see her mollywop that young lady upside her head and give her a skull fracture. That's really giving me the ick. Because at the end of the day going in, and she is going to be in a lot of trouble because her parents have failed to teach her accountability, still are on the news failing to do so. Let's get into it.
You're physically hurt, but you're not thinking of my mental, right? They're going off of one angle. A couple times hitting her my baton, got stuck behind her back like this, and it rolled up her back. I lost my balance, and when I pumped my arms again, she got hit. I know my intentions, and I would never hit somebody on purpose. They're assuming my character, calling me ghetto, racist slurs, death threats, all of this just because of a 9-second video.
This is sad. I can tell you as a former collegiate track and field athlete myself, current basketball player at the Women's Sports League here in Chicago, and just a lifelong lover of sports and women's sports, I can tell you that the most important thing that sports teaches you and that parents should teach their student athletes is accountability and sportsmanship. Because things are not always going to go your way. There's always going to be someone bigger, faster, stronger. You may not get the right calls. Someone may run in your lane, whatever that may be. You have to take it in stride because that's just part of the game. That's part of running. That's part of what we love. And it builds character for the real world. And poor Alayla Everett has not learned that from her parents. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Alayla Everett, who was just speaking in the video, is a high school track and field athlete, senior. Her and a student named Kaylin Tucker, who was actually struck in the back of the head by Alayla Everett with her baton. Yes, with her baton. That's what was going on in that video. We're running in the Class 3 Indoor State Championship. They were running the 4x200 relay. Kaylin Tucker was getting up on Everett. I guess she didn't like that. She felt like she was too close to her. Didn't like that she was passing her up. And instead of just letting her pass or whatever, she decided to kind of lash out, in my opinion, and strike her in the back of the head with the baton. And the saddest part about this is not only has Kaylin Tucker, the student athlete, allegedly suffered a skull fracture and she's seen going to the side and completely falling out, which that could, in a concussion, and that could have been seriously dangerous. The parents of Alayla Everett, instead of having her take responsibility and admitting that she did this as an act of poor sportsmanship, they're on the news, talking to the news, saying this.
First video, second video, 10 video, I know 100% that she won't do this to nobody.
On the outside, they got to be a full stride ahead of me before they can cut in front of me.
Clearly obvious that the parents are to blame here. Not only did their daughter strike Caitlin Tucker in the back of the head with a baton that could have caused great bodily harm, not just the bodily harm that she suffered with the concussion and the skull fracture, which grown people understand the severity of doing that. Maybe a child doesn't. But then to come up with this story that Caitlin Tucker got in her lane, which we all saw was not the case. She didn't get in her lane until she was falling over after being struck in the head. And to not check on that child immediately and make sure that she was okay. I promise you guys that if the parents of Alayla Everett would have done the right thing, they wouldn't be served with this lawsuit and everything else they got going on. So the folks sending racial slurs and all that type of stuff, don't do that, because at the end of the day, this is still a child that clearly has not been taught accountability. As parents, you're clearly setting up your child for failure, getting on this interview with this BS.
Hey y'all. So, what am I learning from this Baton situation? As a former athlete, we ran our races, and not all of them were easy. There were physical ones. There's times where you're bumping into people. There's times where things get physical. You watch the Olympics, you've seen a lot of things get physical, especially in distance races. When it comes to a relay race, there has been entanglement. Now, the young lady, with all of this, I will say this. I hope that it all gets sorted out. None of us know the real ordeal, okay? I saw what I saw, but I'll admit that when I watched it more and more, maybe one time I saw something different. It is what it is. My whole purpose with this relay situation or this Baton situation is that both girls learn from it, that we learn to not assume, that we learn to not put what we think has happened on certain things. And it's a normal thing, but I'm hoping that, one, there is an apology from the young lady, whether she did it or did not, because I've seen her interview about she didn't intentionally do it. We will never know. And I've seen the other young ladies about her thoughts of what happened. But us as a whole, let's just hope for the best, that it wasn't intentional. Because what we're not realizing is that this young lady that is being accused of this, this is her, life in jeopardy as well. If she did it, she needs to learn from it. It doesn't need to be overlooked. If she did not do it, she needs to apologize either way to the young lady. I'm hoping the best for the young lady. She had a concussion and a possible fracture, skull fracture. I'm hoping that she heals well and that she's able to continue. If the young lady who did it or is being accused of it didn't do it, I'm hoping her the best, because that can be tough on her when it comes to being recruited and things like that. As a former track and field runner, I'm hoping the best in the whole situation, and that all of us learn from this, to love and to be kind, and to do our best at everything that we do. I'm just hoping for the best.
Caitlin Tucker, who's a student at Brookville High School in Lynchburg, Virginia, was running track when apparently another one of her peers ran up behind her and busted her in the head with a baton. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. I watched that video so many times that it's sick. And there's no way you could convince me that that wasn't on purpose. Remember, y'all, this is high school. You got some of your biggest haters in life in high school. This is where hating starts. This is the birthright of hate. This looked premeditated. This girl probably watches Kaylin in the lunchroom sipping her juicy juice and couldn't wait to get a chance to run up behind her and bust her upside the head. During the incident, while this happened, the only person that ran on track to help Caitlin Tucker on the field was her mama. First of all, let me tell you something. The girl is now saying it was an accident, crying, talking about, oh, you're physically hurt, but what about my mental pain? Come on, y'all. Listen, crocodile tears is something that women have perfected. They have mastered this. They know how to turn on and off tears with no problem. They could be professional actors. They could do movies. I've seen women turn on tears like it was a switch and turn it off with no problem. What about your mental? The girl is suffering from a possible concussion. She probably can't even run no more for the rest of the term or the rest of the season. If this was so much of an accident, why didn't you check on Kaylin when you bust upside the head? Why did you keep on running? You was definitely trying to get that win now, wasn't you? If I was Kaylin Tucker's family, I would sue for a number that hasn't even been invented yet. I'm trying to be all I could be, and because you hating on me, you gonna smack me in the head with a metal baton? Them things hurt. Y'all ever been hit in the back of your head with a metal pipe? I mean, who this girl thinks she is? Full Metal Alchemist? You can't do stuff like that and think you're gonna get away with it in life. That's not how life works. In the end, I just hope that Kaylin Tucker recovers from all this, because that is crazy.
Yes, in the comment section of most of the clips I saw, most of the recurring comments that people were leaving was, if it wasn't intentional, why didn't she stop? She could have stopped to check up on her, but she didn't stop. She kept running. And a lot of people are saying she wanted to win the race, and that's why she did what she did. They are both young women, okay? So I am not here for any bullying, harassment, or I don't support any of those things, all right? But like I said before, I feel like they should find a way. Even if they are not letting you, they've blocked you or whatever, you need to find a way to sort this thing out, because both your children are young. And the other thing I'm going to add is, most parents don't know their children the way they think they know them. That's why a lot of kids can get away with bullying for so long and nobody will know about it, because their parents know their child to be a certain way, but the world knows their child to be a certain way, and that happens too. I'm not saying that's the case with them. It could be an accident. Honestly, it could have been an accident. And it also could be that she did it on purpose. Whatever the situation is, I just pray that they sort this thing out ASAP, all right? But with what the First Lady is saying, I don't know how this is going to end. I will be on the lookout to see how things develop after all of this, because I feel for the lady who got hurt, because she didn't get to compete the way she wanted to compete. She had to stop the competition. I don't know how these things work. So if she was going to win, she wouldn't win, all right, because of that. So I feel sorry for her. But then at the same time, I have to factor in the fact that they are both young women, okay? And that's my whole thing. Like, we should be mindful of the way we judge situations like this, because you don't know what is happening. I wasn't there, I'm not in her head, but then again, it could be that she's one of those kids, all right? So hey, like I said, it's just a clip on the internet, different angles, different people seeing different things, and people are responding differently. So hey, this is just my take. I feel like they should sort this out ASAP and move on quickly. Apologies should be rendered. Heartfelt apologies, not fake apologies, not victim apologies. Like, if you are sorry, let them know you're sorry. Find ways and means to apologize, and then keep it pushing. But anyway, let me know your thoughts about all of this in the comments, and I'll see you again with another video. Take care of yourself to one another. Bye.